feel so, like, out of practice. I feel like we haven't done this in a minute. But, like, it hasn't been that long.
Been, like...
a week. No.
A week and a half?
Yeah, wow.
Wow, it's crazy.
I've never been in front of a camera before.
Our episode came out and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were engaged.
The Super Bowl! I'm like, oh my god. Did not age super well, but whatever. I am happy for them, you know?
Honestly, it's so cute.
I just can't be fucked. I'm just so, like, I don't know. I'm not even going to say it before I can. It's not even cancel worthy. It's just like, I am just not, like, I'm so happy for them and I love that, but, like, people are obsessed. Like, obsessed. I just don't care that much.
That I cared about something like that in my life.
Yeah. I'm happy for them. But it's also just, like, I am so cold-hearted. Like, I am the Grinch. Like, I just have no hope for anyone. So her ring, though, is stunning. I love a vintage look like that. I was obsessed. Anyway, I don't even think I said hi, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome back to another episode. We're clearly diving right into it.
Fixated on ingrown hair in my leg, and now I can't stop.
Don't look at it.
Okay.
Well, now it's too late.
I need
Once you start, you can't stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
Let's dive into our 10 and 10. We're going to try to bring some joy into our lives by, like, the little things. So I thought of, like, what are some mundane things that happen in our life that bring us just, like, a little bit of joy. A spark of joy. And my first one is that first sip of coffee right when you wake up. Well, not right. You shouldn't do that. I do, but whatever. But it's like, oh, my God, it's so good.
Did you make more coffee today, or did you just...
Yeah, I was like, I need another cup. 2 is not enough.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
I do love the smell of coffee, like, especially if I'm sleeping in and, like, you are making coffee. It's like, to wake up to that smell, I'm like, oh.
Truly
it's gonna be a good
so
day.
nice.
But my first one, I love pulling the curtains apart in the morning.
I love that.
It makes me, and when I come out here and I'm like, like, it's my whole routine and it makes me really happy.
Let there be light.
I think of the sun is shining, the tank is clean,
and we are getting out of the tank is clean. I love this movie. The tank is clean. Okay, Ellie, stop.
That was really good.
The rainbow thing that I have. What is that in my room?
It's
like a sun catcher thing. Yeah. Well, it's like a dangly thing that I have on my curtain rod, and in the morning, my room the window is faced to the east, and so I get really, really nice early morning light. And so when it hits it right, the curtains have to be a certain way, which is how I have them anyway. So it's almost how I, like, wake up in the morning, or if I'm getting ready, it's just like these little rainbows are just dancing all over my room, and I love it. It's so cute.
I love that too. Mine's in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But then my room's so hot. I'm like, God.
Yeah. But when your door is open, like, it lights up that whole hallway. Yeah, like, the whole hallway is, like, purple and blue. It's so fun.
I have, my second one is making my bed. I love morning activities, and I just like the feeling of, I don't know, like your bed is all put together.
Yeah.
I'm feeling ready for the day.
Yeah. Just sometimes I know I like the feeling of my bed being made and my room being clean, but I just like the act of making my bed. Like, when I roll out of bed and I finish and I'm like brushing my teeth and stuff, I look at my bed and I'm like, oh no, hold yourself. I don't want to fucking do it.
That's how I know I'm gonna have a bad day, is when I don't make my bed, which is rare, but when it happens.
Oh, that's a good thing to note, though. Like, I should just, like, peek in your room and be like, how are you? What's the mood today? Is the bed made?
The bed's not made. The clothes are actually just all moved to one side, so I clearly slept
literally
in
how
my
I
laundry.
slept last night. I just made, like, a little barrier. What is that? Like, why can't I just finish the project?
I know. It's
but,
just too many steps.
It's just so many steps for, like, there's no, I mean, I don't know. I guess, like, it's nice when my clothes smell clean and shit, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's like a multi-day adventure
Yeah.
unless you start early in the morning.
Oh my god. Just like ongoing. Anyway.
It's always constantly in the background of the
Yeah.
podcast.
If you ever hear any noise, it's that or the dishwasher. With that though, piggybacking off that, I really love when I'm able to close when I leave my room and my closet doors are closed. Like, I'm having a good day when my closet doors both of them are both closed.
Yeah.
Because I just have a tendency to be like, I'm still like in the process of doing these steps, so I'll just leave them open as a reminder of like, put your clothes away, or like, you need to do this or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I'm able to just like shut them, it just means life is good.
You've all put together.
Yes.
I love that. We also have learned that you need to have the closet shut for the Roomba, otherwise.
Oh god, it just gets stuck. Oh
like,
yeah.
Or yeah, it sucks up like anything that's hanging on the ground. Wow, all of mine are literally the morning things, but I enjoy, this doesn't happen as frequently as everything else, but when I can get up and do a walk in the morning, like, I just love the peacefulness of mornings and the quietness, and like, usually there's not many people up yet or not many people out, and I just feel like being outside earlier in the morning helps my mind before I log on my computer.
Yeah.
Which I didn't do today, so we had a not so great day.
The bed was made though.
The bed was made, but I went from that right to there.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
I love feeding my dogs. I just love having when I say okay for them to go get their snack.
So satisfying.
Or I know, it's just like command. But I just like for them to go get their food, hearing them like munch on their little treats. It's like I'm like, this is what I live for. This is why I go to work. Like to have your little snackies and lick your yogurt and pumpkin puree off of that. I feel so bad for you. I'm so sorry. I don't think it was until pretty recently that I like sat here to eat my breakfast without any headphones, like without any distraction, while listening to them lick those things. And you're like right here trying to have meetings and do like actual adult work, and I'm just like, and it's like
with it spinning
around and the crunching of the kibble. I'm like, oh my
That's when the
god,
music
poor
turns
Erica.
on.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we'll wait till breakfast is over
before we do any sort of work. Oh god, but
it's funny.
it keeps them entertained.
No,
So
it is really. I love how excited they get for those things.
I love when like they get so excited that Luna will literally like bark before she like starts to eat. She'll like, I'll say okay, and she's like, woof, and like just dives right into it. I'm like, girl, you're so excited. Also, yeah, you need to hear her outside.
You do?
I do. Yeah, I left her outside. Let me go get her. I think
I
she's sleeping.
I didn't hear her.
Anyway, we're back.
I love that. I had a moment today when I was in my shower. This is lighting related, and I looked over, and there was like a perfect, like silhouette of the shower head and the water falling in an outline of like the window because the light was just shining in.
Oh,
And I was
cool.
like, wow, this is magical. I just want to stare at this on the wall. And I love when you
moments like
like
that.
yeah, when you catch the light in just like the perfect way. And I feel like our house gets so much good light that those moments kind of happen
A lot
regularly.
in like different areas. Here in the mornings, just like
Yeah.
sitting here when the sun. Oh my god,
The
love it.
sun
And
shining
the
on you.
afternoon when you have
Yeah.
the door open, I could talk about it all day. I love
love
light. I love lamp. Have you ever seen that Anchorman? It's literally like the whole San Diego vibe.
I know, I do need to watch.
My last one is shower before bed. Like, just the feeling of rinsing off the day, good or bad, and being clean before bed is so nice. Like, I love it. I really do. Sometimes I have all the lights off and just in the dark. It sounds sad, but it's just so nice and comforting and warm, especially when it gets a little cooler. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, totally.
The
Apparently it's Halloween.
a commercial came on while we were watching TV, and it was like the Halloween whatever Disney theme for Disneyland, like their themed Halloween. It's like, it's Halloween time, or Halloween's right around. What did it even say?
It's Halloween time.
It's Halloween time, and I was like, yee.
Literally no. But
What the fuck is that? A car?
No, it's our washing machine.
Oh. I literally thought a car was driving by.
I do really like Disney Halloween. I will admit that. Of any Halloween thing, Disney. Honestly, we should go.
I know.
Wait, we should.
I know.
Your money saving. Never mind. I won't do that.
I would love to go. Like October 1st would just be a magical day.
That would be really fun. Okay,
Okay,
my
we're
last
getting ahead of ourselves.
it is related to laundry, but like clean sheets or clean towels. Like literally, I could stand there with a clean towel around me and just like hug myself in a towel and be like so happy. And
I
it
agree.
smells so good. And I got new towels, and they are huge.
So
like,
they're really like, you can wrap those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I bet they're soft too because they're
Yeah.
new. Oh, love.
I love them.
I love mundane things that bring us joy.
I know.
We should
Good
do this
idea.
more often.
Honestly, it was pretty easy. I was like, wait, there's so many little things that I love in my day. So it was
Yay.
good to think about it.
I love that.
Oh. Sorry, I was just getting some Splitwise notifications.
Oh, please stop. Turn that
I
off.
don't want that right now.
Yeah. Well, let's dive into the episode for today. So I'm excited when either one of us text each other about what we want to talk about. When we're not already together, it means like something has happened.
Yeah.
There's a story. There's something going on, and I think that is. I don't know. I love when those moments happen because I'm just like, ooh, something is cooking, and I can't wait to hear it. So please share.
Yeah, I was just in San Francisco for work, and I'm gonna preface by like it happened in the timing that it should have happened, but I was reminded of like, oh yeah, this is why you do this. So I have a few coworkers that are like close to my age, and I've met them a few times now. We like work remotely together, but I feel like it's been a little hard to like when we're together like break through of like we're hanging out, we're like friends. It's been very professional, and we've only really talked about like work things. And then we've like briefly talked about dating or things before, but not anything like you're
Dive
like,
in, serious
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And then what was happening at work this week was we were hosting a bunch of people. It was like an event. And so most of my like day-to-day work I didn't do. It was a lot of like, okay, we have to go pick up the food for this thing and set up for this thing. And like while one thing's happening, we're organizing another thing. And it was the three of us doing a lot of that work. Sorry, I'm so distracted by
The dishwasher. I mean,
oh
oh my god.
washing machine. I'm like, why is it being... Everyone's probably annoyed. Anyway, I feel like because maybe we weren't staring at our computers the whole time, it allowed for more like natural conversation because we're moving around. And I just like, I was cognizant, I'm like, these are not like my homies, but like I did share a few things, and I feel like that allowed them to open up and like share a few things. And then we left and like literally gave each other the biggest hugs. I felt like we had like kind of broken that wall a little bit of like, okay, we're friends also.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, this is why you kind of share vulnerable things. And there's a time and a place, because if I would have done that the first time I met them, it would have been like, what? Who is this girl?
Yeah.
But I think because we like had some rapport and like we've worked together for a bit, it was just nice. And now I'm like, oh, I would like to hang out with them like outside of work, and I haven't felt that way before. And I feel like that's what took me so long to make friends in San Diego. Even though I was like hanging out with people, I was like never talking about anything about me. And like training, even for the half Ironman, I remember going on bike rides, and some of the girls are like, I had no idea. Like, I didn't know this about you. And just because you're kind of stuck in conversation for a few hours doing things, that I'm like, wow, maybe we would have been friends sooner if I would have actually just like opened up.
I love that one, that you were able to have that experience with coworkers. I feel like that's nice, especially when you work remote. I can only imagine like how difficult that is to like, because I feel like you're spending almost all your time at work anyway. Like you might as well enjoy the people that you work with and get to know them. So I love that. But I did just like, obviously you prefaced what we were gonna talk about, and just what that looks like, and just the idea of like bonding over things that happened in your life, and talking about maybe things that you wouldn't necessarily talk about with like people you've just met. And it really got me thinking, and especially everything that you just said right now, that I am the complete opposite. I have the complete opposite problem. I think that I overshare way too much and then have trouble like having friendships with people because like the first interaction was so hard hitting, so heavy, so like trauma bonding that it's like, bye. And then we like never talk again. And this has happened so much. And like, I hate to bring it up all the time, but I do think that this is like an example of moving around so much, is that like I really do want to just like jump right into it and like have these conversations and make the friends and like establish some sort of connection so I understand like where we lie before to me, it's like the friendship, like trauma bonding is easy. Talking about my issues and all the things that I've gone through is so easy for me. I can tell you everything that happened in my life, start to finish, ready, go. But for me, like the harder stuff is the more like smaller things and like the small parts of friendship. Like, I don't know, picking up the phone and calling and checking in, like that shit and having those small conversations, like those are difficult.
I feel like I'm not good at that either. So. Just all around.
I feel like you're so good at that.
No, who am I ever calling?
I feel like you're good at like, okay, no. I mean more so like maybe not calling, but like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. Do you want to like go do something?
Oh.
Like engaging in the actual like friendship, I guess, is a better way of saying it. But it also got me thinking of.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just so distracted, bro. Why can't we have a normal episode? Something is in there.
Do this.
Like, what are you trying to get? Dude.
Just like rolling it up. Like, what is going on? I'm also sweating to death.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to.
Restart all of that. What I was saying is, when I was thinking about all of this, it got me thinking of Erica and I recently listened to an episode of What We Said when they talked about the art of small talk.
Such a good episode.
And it really was. And I just like the conversation along like the art of small talk and then trauma bonding, I feel like are almost in the same. I don't even know how to like differentiate or like how to explain it in my mind, but it just got me thinking of like, well, fuck, Ellie, like you're so, the idea of trauma bonding and like not dumping, but like essentially dumping and like sharing of like quite private part of yourself with people is difficult, but also like the art of small talk is difficult. The art of small talk and like having small talk happens at a certain time, and then like you were just saying, like there's a time that you kind of have to like suss out, feel out what the, you know, right appropriate time is to be like, oh yeah, my parents got divorced at this age and or like but all these things. And so I just find it way more difficult to small talk and to engage in like these kind of smaller conversations at first, and really like I don't even know, like do like the right, essentially like the right way to build a friendship or like a relationship with someone, where you like start off slow and then like you ease into it. It's like I full fucking send that shit every time, and like almost always not regret it, but feel like that vulnerability hangover all the time. And I just like, so when you were saying trauma bond, I'm just like, I love, but I hate it at the same time because I have such a like love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah. I do think that people who are willing to be open sooner, it makes it easier for me to do that. Like, I don't think I'm that person, and I think that that's okay. I do think I'm decent at small talk and, like, really try. I feel like I'm better at asking questions and just having someone else talk than I am about, like, talking. And so if someone's like, this is kind of how it happened. It wasn't even me being like, oh, and my parents got divorced, or I grew up Mormon, or whatever. Like, it was because someone else said something, and then I was like, you know what? I literally, like, work up the courage of, like, share something, Erica, like, add to the conversation, and that's how it happened.
I love that. You are good at small talk. I feel like you're really good at, like, asking. It always turns into, like, something personal, but maybe not, like, trauma related. Is like, you learn, like, for the bed making thing, like, it's just like little things of, like, I'm not having a good day when my bed is not made. It's like, you're good at asking those questions, maybe to, like, get to know people. But yeah, the sharing of, like, hearing someone else share a real private part of their life that is maybe something, like, similar, really allows, like, everybody else to open up. And so, like, I'm glad that I can be that person, but sometimes I'm like, damn, did I really just need to just share all of that? Because then what ends up happening is I'll see that person again and I will have forgotten everything that I've said. And so then I, like, have reverted to this, like, no one knows that I'm so mysterious. No one knows anything about my life. And then I see them again and they're like, oh, how's that? And I'm like, how do you know about that? Like, how do you? And they're like, yeah, we, like, talked about it. And I'm like, oh,
just because,
so
like, you tell that to a lot of people?
Yeah, or like, just, like, I don't know. I think of, like, just oversharing, or, like, something that had happened. I don't know, where they share, like, it's just like you forget, or they're like, oh, like, drop hints of, like, oh, like, yeah, I knew about that. Like, I knew so this and this happened to you. And then I'm like, wait, how do you know? I'm like, yeah, you told me and so when we were out and about. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I just shared all of that, not only with you, but with someone else. That's literally the exact example I gave 2 seconds ago. So you can cut that out.
I do think it's hard to remember sometimes what, like, this is just a general comment of what you tell people, especially when you're having conversations, like, in small groups, when you're talking for, like, hours, and then later someone, and I feel really guilty when I don't remember. I'm like, I know you told me your whole summer plan.
Oh, yeah.
And everywhere you're going, but I'm gonna ask you again, because I actually don't remember anything that you said.
I'm never bothered by that, though. Like, when people ask or re-asks, like, certain things, like, I completely understand that people forget. It is hard, though, because you don't want to be like, wait a second.
Yeah. I think it's like, okay, in therapy, I've been working on having
literally
things be, like, just a part of my story, not like, oh, this happened to me and now I am this way, or, like, now I am this type of person, or, like, I can't, if I tell someone that I had XYZ experience, then that's all they're going to think of me, because that's how my brain works.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, now I'm only going to be associated with this, like, negative or, like, traumatic experience, and
yes.
Like, I don't want anyone to know about that. I'd rather they just know, like, good things about me and think good things about me.
Yeah.
And when I was on the Bachelorette trip recently, we were, like, just talking in the morning over coffee, and I feel like our friend Sage is really good at just about, like, really prying you for more information. She just keeps asking more questions, and I was, like, giving high level answers and not really, like, giving an answer, and I was like, I should just say, actually, like, some things that I've been, like, going through, because I have been feeling, like, so overwhelmed and drained, and I'm like, maybe I could just talk about it. And then it turned out to, like, be a really great conversation, and, like, I'm like, wow, it's so nice to have support and have people that, like, know things that are going on. Crazy, that's how that happens. But I feel like having the right space is important too, because I think if it wasn't in that, like, quiet setting where I felt okay, like, if we were, like, out at the bar or something, I would not have talked about what I talked about. But yeah, I guess there's just, like, a time and a place, and it's okay to share things is how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling inspired.
I do think, yeah, obviously there's a time and a place, so I try to exclude all of the moments where I maybe overshared if I was like drunk or something, because I feel like that's just the moment. Everybody's been there, so I try not to.
I don't think oversharing, I don't think when you're drunk it's oversharing. I feel like you needed to let it out.
You're so right. Justification. No, I think, man, I did have a revelation. Fuck.
Oh, sorry.
No, not, it was, I remember. Because I'm like, again, just kind of filtering through like when I've had this experience, and I think a lot of like really, like a lot of my core relationships outside of family have been because of trauma bonding. Like I think of a core memory that will live forever in my soul is our bike ride. I honestly can't even remember what we talked about. Kind of, I remember, just because it's like you're 13 or 14 or however old we were, and life is just so whatever, and just like riding our bikes around, around and around. But I just remember at that moment,
was really tugged at my brain.
I just remember feeling in that moment like there were quite a few things that had like happened in my family to me, feeling like you're just so full of angst and full of like feelings and emotions, and my siblings were younger, and there was quite a few like lifestyle changes that were happening at home, and like I was finally feeling settled in Nevada, and like I had found a good group, but obviously like even though you and I had our problems, we were always there for each other, and I did recognize you as someone that I was like, no, she is like my best friend, even if we're pitted against each other at all hours of the day. But I just remember feeling like I knew that what I was sharing even at the time was a lot, but I never felt bad about it. Like I never felt like, oh my God, I should never have said that. And there are moments like where I do walk away, even from like best friends, where I'm like, damn, I should not have shared that. But my point is, when it comes to like trauma, like dumping and bonding and things like that, I just am like, one, clearly, as I'm explaining, like, this is not going to change. This is who I am. That's just the kind of person I am. But the difference that I'm noticing is, like, when you do, like, the difference, I guess, is, like, trauma dumping and trauma bonding. Because when you are sharing an intimate part of your life with other people around you, like, and they don't get it, and they're not there for you, or they don't understand that experience, and they kind of hit it with, like, I don't know, not a respectful way or whatever, then like clearly those are not your people. Maybe that was you trauma dumping in that example or whatever, but like fuck them, you know? But like in a lot of instances where you are trauma bonding, what ends up happening is it's like popcorner, where like someone will be like, or popcorn, someone will be like, there's like a segment on another podcast that I listen to, like a head's all over the place, but like someone else will be like something similar to me, like that actually happened to me, and then that will like ignite someone else's conversation with their situation, and then it like, that's when the bond happens. And I think like in my life, like, yeah, there's been so many moments where I've like shared, so like not too many crazy things have happened to me. I feel like it's pretty normal, but like, yeah, there's definitely trauma that we all have. And so there's moments where I share and I instantly regret, but then there's also moments where I share and I do have this like full on bonding moment where I end up have like realized that like, well, shit, did I just like find my people like right now? And I think like that's special.
I'm so glad you brought this up, because I think I was just talking in circles earlier. Like, literally, this is why I feel like I can share things. Is because I'm like, someone is sharing something that my experience is not the same. And I think in the past I've been like, well, theirs sounds like way worse, and I don't want to diminish that by being like, oh, I've experienced something kind of similar. But I do feel like that's what trauma bonding is. It's like, I'm so sorry you went through that, or that sounds horrible. I mean, I like had XYZ happen, and I can't even imagine whatever it is, but like you just feel seen, and you feel like maybe not to like diminish your own problems, but like it's kind of a good reminder of everyone has shit that's going on, and that you're like not alone in that, and that you can talk to other people about things, and that like, I don't know, I think sometimes just being closed off and not bringing things up makes me feel like I'm like, why am I struggling so much? Like, literally stop. And then I see other people and I'm like, but they seem to be doing great. And then you start talking to them and you're like, oh, everyone's going through shit.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is just like, that's when the real relationship with someone starts, is when you bond on that level. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be like horrible, a big T trauma, but just like shit's going on and you can like confide in each other about it. And sorry, the bangs are banging right now. Yeah, I'm just glad you mentioned that, because that is kind of how this all came to be, is like other people were talking about things and I was like, Erica just brings stuff up, and then I was like, wow, I feel so close to these people right now.
My brain just went like full social work mode, which is crazy because it has not been there in like such a long time.
Well, it's tucked away.
But I'm thinking like, we have like therapy, which is like very, very micro, like one-on-one, and there's like a very like specific type of relationship that you have with your therapist and how you share things and how you speak and things like that. And then you have like bigger support groups, right, for like bigger kinds of trauma. Like, for example, one of our friends, Katie, is looking for like cancer support groups. So it's like very specific group of people looking to talk about a very specific type of thing that they're going through that like no one else can really relate to. So it's like, in my brain, I'm like, well, it's just us trying to like adapt. Like, I don't need to go to a support group for divorced parents or whatever else I've, dealt with, or like whatever else there is.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about like having surrounding yourself with people that have like shared experiences. Maybe not like always. I'm not saying like everybody in my friend group is gonna have the same background as me, sir. But when you are in an like group setting with like multiple people, especially if they're not like your best friends that know everything about you, and then you share a part, it is kind of now like already kind of creating this like therapy group work of like, hey, let's just talk about it. But in a sense of like, it's like when like, it's just like you're able to make jokes like that people wouldn't get, and it's just like that's why those support groups are so important. You hear like the cancer support groups, or like the dead parent support groups, or like the people that are in groups if they've like lost a child, like, and it's changed their life because they're able to have these very like, probably a conversation, like if I were to sit on that and I heard what they were talking about, I would probably find it like morbid and sad and confusing and not knowing, but that's because I can't experience that, and or I haven't experienced that, and I don't know what that feeling is. And so when you're able to share, it's like, one, a little less professional because it's not like full on therapy, but it is like, it's group therapy.
Yeah. I remember
social work.
And she's a social worker. I remember reading a book that I loved. I think it was called maybe like Group or something. It was about group therapy, and I felt like so inspired after reading it. I wanted to do group therapy. I was like, whoa, this seems like such a good way to work through things and have other people's perspectives, because you're right, it's very one-sided, obviously, when you're in just one-on-one therapy, because it's like you're just dealing with your own shit, you're only focused on yourself. But I do think like hearing other people's similar experiences but different, and how they went through it and what they're struggling with, and maybe you have insight and they have insight onto like the things that you're struggling with, it's cool.
Truly. I was going to say something else. Sorry. It's just like all these thoughts are coming in, and then they like leave my brain as soon as it's like, I can tell it's my turn to talk, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
You get the talking stick.
Oh, man. I don't know. I hope it'll come back to me. But I was just probably said just something along the same lines of everything I just said. I just like, it is so important of like knew it was going to come back to me. That is why when you think of like the trip that you did to Croatia and these like, I can only think of like outdoorsy things, but I think that's just because that's who we are. But when you take a group of people and you go, I mean, I guess it's a little concentrated, but it's the same type of thing. Like those experiences, those trips, those journeys are really like every takeaway that I get from some sort of group thing is like, yeah, like whatever activity, wherever we are was like beautiful and that's up there. But I mean, almost always, I can almost confidently say 100% of the time, the takeaway is when we were all just vulnerable and talking, like the campfire talk, or like all the lights are turned off and everybody's in bed and then someone says something and like you all start talking again. It's like those are the conversation. It's those moments, and those like are the takeaways and the memories that are like what are so important. And to your point that you said earlier of like when you can't exactly remember what their summer vacation looked like, or maybe you can't exactly remember what the exact trauma was, exactly what happened. Maybe you remember a few bits and pieces, but like that's the end of the, like that's not the takeaway at the end of the day. Like if I were to share something, you know, about, I'm just using my parents' divorce because it's like not the, you know, it's just so easy to, it's the easiest thing to fucking talk about. So it's so nice. But I'm like, I don't care if you come back and you know, don't remember the ins and outs of everything that happened, but like you come back to me and you realize, like you look and you're like, there's that shared experience, that shared connection of like, hey, you get it, you know. So I love that.
I feel like we should go on a camping trip.
I think that's exactly what we
Bring
should
your podcast out camping. Those episodes
Times
are always good.
Something always happens. Oh man.
I love that. That is, I don't know why I didn't really like think of that, but that is very true. It's also, I feel like when you're doing things, like when you're out moving around, it doesn't need to be like camping, but just like you're on a walk, because it's like that was what just happened at work. It was, we weren't sitting at our desks in front of our computer or like, you know, sitting in front of a TV. We were like walking to a restaurant, going to set up this. I think the movement kind of like helps people maybe.
Totally. I also was going to say like your gut feeling too, like it's so interesting the way that like trauma holds itself in the body. And like part of me wonders if like, especially for you, since it's more difficult for you, if like in that moment, whatever you guys were discussing, like something in your gut, obviously that's what you were saying, is like clearly was just like, no, now's your time to say it. And like, I just think that is so special too, especially for people that don't always speak up or like have something to share. So when you do feel that like inkling of like, that word vomit almost of like, oh, let me share. It's almost like maybe that's your body saying like, no, you're in a safe, this is the time to do it. Like lean into it 100%. Wow.
I love that.
Love trauma.
This was good. I feel like I needed to decompress and was like, why did I just bond with these people? And now I'm like, oh, this is why. This was good.
Yeah. It's also nice to get the reassurance too. You walk away in those moments, even if they're really good, feeling just like, oh, and like the more time goes on, especially if you're not like, I get that way even with friends that I've known for years. I feel like you and I will have like a conversation about something and I'll wake up the next day and be like, hey, like just circle it.
Why are we
here?
Hey, just circle it back. Just really have a stiff neck.
Literally sweating. Our mustache is like, I can wipe away my mustache every 5 seconds.
We gotta open these windows.
I literally can't breathe. I don't even know what I was saying, but it was funny.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I think we have our like vulnerable moments and then we kind of just separate for a bit.
Yeah. And then come back to do like a quick check-in, like we're good, everything's good, glad we shared, blah, 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 move on kind of thing. So it's, I don't know what my point was.
It's
but
okay to take some space after or to feel exhausted. That's what I was getting out of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Is that
yeah, that's what I was like, oh, it's good. Wow. Just got
anyway,
so
guys,
distracted.
We are sweating and we have to finish the Summer I Turned Pretty. So
yeah, we're way behind.
We gotta wrap it up. But thanks so much for listening. And we didn't really share any trauma, but if we ever talk in real life,
maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
You will if you're talking to me. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Oh, goodness.
Love it. I just saw on our YouTube that we have over 30,000 views on our videos. So if
Keep
you
it up.
enjoy having something on your TV in the background while you're doing stuff, put on the pod.
We're much better live. We're much better on TV or like watching.
Yeah, I think the visuals, the facial expressions, they really paint the whole picture of our personalities. And while you're at it, if you're not already subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Give us a like and do the same wherever you get your podcasts. Kaleidoscope Podcast. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.